Welcome, everybody, to a brand new season of the AusNZ Community Podcast. What's a new season mean? Well, means we can do whatever we like and change the rules. And no one will ever say, but that's not what you did last time. So, no, we're changing it up a little bit more just to be fun and keep us going. There is so much to talk about. Before we get into anything, though, welcome to season 3, JR and Pete.
Hello.
Hello. Hey. How are ya?
Yeah,
How's everybody going?
I'm doing well. What
Still
about yourself?
going.
Still going. That's the way. That's what
Still
we like.
Still
going.
going. You know, like the
Going.
Energizer Bunny. Just keep going.
Oh, very good. Very
Energizer
good.
Jackrabbit.
Yeah,
It was a jackrabbit.
exactly.
So, yeah, welcome to JR and to Pete. Yeah, looking forward to a new season. Looking forward to some new guests and some amazing guests coming along. We've got some pretty cool guests on today, and we've got some pretty cool guests lined up as well. So looking forward to the next couple of episodes. I suppose before we get into anything, it's a bit of a sad time. Yeah, I just this is not just from me. This is from all of us at the podcast. We feel for the people who have been let go by Fingersoft. You know, the reasoning and all that sort of stuff is up to them. It's not up to, we can make our assumptions and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's never a good place to see someone lose their job. You know, two of those people had really, really good places in our minds and hearts because, one of them, specifically Reese, was with us from kind of the inception of this podcast. He reached out to us after the first episode and gave us some hints and tips on how to make it a better episode and make it better, and then joined us on episode 4. So big shout out to Reese and SJ. We'll miss you a lot.
Hopefully, it won't be the last of you guys on the podcast. I hope.
No. I hope to. So just for Reese's benefit,
Cool.
we hope that yes, no, maybe you'll be back somewhere. No, maybe.
Who have we got on the show today?
Right. Well, we have a couple of people from Empire 2. I am going to handball this to Pete because I've had a shitful week and I have no idea who these people are. So, but one of them has been with us before. But Pete, can you do a quick introduction for these two people?
A quick one or a good one?
A great one.
All right. So, welcome back to our previous guest, who wasn't really a guest. He was more of a translator from French Canadian to English. Welcome back, JayHay.
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be with you again.
Awesome to have you back.
Yep, it's good to have you back.
And also, along with you, you've got your friend Mose. So welcome to the podcast, Mose.
Hello, everybody. Super excited to be here.
Woohoo.
We're excited to have you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on.
Thank you very much for coming on.
So you've pronounced that right, Pete? That was Mose?
Yeah, it was Mose. It wasn't Mose or Moss or Mosey.
Moose?
Mose, that is the first time I've ever heard Mose before. So credit where credit's due. You are original.
Very original.
I try to be original.
I remember working in an Italian restaurant and a lady came up to the counter and asked me for focaccia.
At least it wasn't a focaccia.
Yeah. That was the other one. I wasn't gonna mention that one, but we're here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we're here, aren't we? So yeah. Anyway,
that was your fault, Jackrabbit.
That was your fault, Pete. Tell us a bit more about these two amazing players.
Well, both of these amazing players are both from the same team, which is Empire 2. They have been long time question askers in the Empire server, so we appreciate that. First of all, because we've sort of already introduced JayHay in a previous episode, I'd like to hear from Mose. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your background, Mose?
Yeah, sure. Very similar to Ollie's, if you watched or listened to Ollie's podcast. Joined a team, any team I could, when teams are created. And from there, there was about 8 of us in the team, I think. We got quite friendly. Didn't have a Discord server, weren't really competitive. And then I got better at the game and started to outgrow them. I was British, so I thought I'll try and find the best British team. Saw Zigzag on the leaderboard. I thought, yeah, I'll join those. There was a password, so I reached out to one of the leaders. He said, hey, I'd like to join your team. But I didn't reach the GP requirements. I think I was about 2,000 GP and the requirements are 5,000-6,000. So I got put in the lower team, and I've just worked my way up from there, really. Multiple merges, multiple team promotions, and then finally to leader and now senior leader. So yeah.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Very good ride. Thank you. Yeah, it comes with its ups and downs, but no, I've had quite the rise, I must admit.
Excellent.
Did you play HCR1?
Yes.
I think I did back in the day. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think I did. It was. I vaguely remember just getting on and just pressing gas and collecting coins.
Yeah.
That's about as complicated as it got.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because, I mean, I don't know. I think I restarted HCR1 probably 3 times. Because I upgraded phones and there was no way to save. And, yeah, I had to start from scratch again. Like, oh.
How about JayHay? Let's hear from JayHay now.
Yes, I've prepared a little bit of my introduction in the game. So I've joined the HCR2 in 2017. And at the beginning, it was just the fun of crashing the car and make the passenger fell off of the bus. For real. That was the only thing I did at the beginning. And I upgrade everything. And at the end, I was able to buy the rally car. That's when I really start to enjoy the game. Because back in the day, we can buy car with coins. And we can buy Track Adventure 2 with coins. So
that was the best. I missed that.
That was so that was the time I was introducing to the game. That was really nice. Yep. So after that, I just upgrade my garage power a little bit, and I joined the team when the team event start. It was really a random team. And after that, I was looking like Mose for a team in my country with my people speaking the same language as me. So I joined the team. The name was CHQC Power. So that's CH, that's for our national hockey team in Montreal. So QC, that's for the province of Quebec, where I live. And Power, that's for everything put together. So I thought that's the team I want to be in. So I began with that team, and after that I began to watch a lot of video on YouTube to try to improve myself. And by the time we were a good Division 2 team, but a really poor Division 1 team. So we were doing a lot of win in Division 2, but not a lot of Division 1. That was back and forth like this. And the guy on the chat of the game told me, join Discord. We are putting all our statistic there. Join Discord. So I have no idea what Discord was. It was really a mystery for me. So I download the app, and just to join our team, that was another mystery. I was join Discord --GG. What is that? I have no idea how to join. So I have to re-talk to the guys. How do I join? So finally, I managed to jump on the good server, and then I began to upload the video for the team event, the guys were not really into that. So I upgrade video of Ratchak, upload video of Vodcope, the tutorial, everything like that. And by the time we managed to stay in Division 1 for the season. So for us, it was for me, it was a really big deal, and I was really happy with that. And then I went to the chat and I was like, next goal is CC, and
Yep.
I was I was the only one who had that goal at the time. So that's when I realized that maybe my place will be somewhere else.
Yeah. That's
I
cool.
I know. That's the short version. I know there's a lot of other questions about the community. I maybe will
Mhm.
answer the rest with them.
Mm.
But all the thing I want is to be surrounded by passionate people. That's the thing I really want. Because at the end of the week, I always look at the kilometers the people did in the team, and there was a lot under 50 kilometers. So I was
Yes.
like, man, you don't play the game under 50 kilometers. You're not really into it. So give me 100, give me 150. Maybe I know you're putting some effort into it, but under that, I was not really impressed. So that's when I begin to to check the other team, and I want to go on CC. I was like, I want to be in CC. I want to see what I'm capable of in this category of division. And I saw Veracek was on Empire 1. And I saw Empire
Mhm.
was on the top of the team, and Veracek was there. He was the leader, and there was 49 people on 50. And I was like, I'm gonna join that team. I'm gonna join that team. That's my team. So I click on that team, and it was, you need a password. I was like, what? I need a password? I was really tense. because on my team that I was, there was no password. People was hopping on the team every time, and I had to just, hello, what are you doing? And sometimes people don't answer back, don't put kilometers. I have to ban them and to kick them out. You're not in the team anymore. So
Yep.
it was all new for me. All that was new for me. The password, the Discord, the server. I knew nothing about that just like a couple of months ago, maybe a year max. So that's all new to me.
Mhm.
That's how I begin to join Empire, and and now I know I have to fill a form. So I joined the Discord, the channel of Empire, and then they told me you have to join to fill a form and to send a picture of your ID. You have to
Oh
send
my
the
gosh.
result. The result of your last team event, a little description, which team would you want to join, share a little about yourself, what do you like in the game, and everything like that. So I was like, okay, I'm 39 years old. I've been playing the game since 2017. I'm a VIP member. All my mastery are done. I do about 200 to 300 kilometers per week. And I thought that was I was questioned about the amount of coins because on my for real, they are really doing a good job. On my ID, I got like 500,000 coins. But on the results of my team event, that was taken by my leader, who has 99 millions of coins. So the guy was
Only.
like, "What happened to your account between the two of them?" And I had to explain that that's not from the same account. That's from my leader account. They are really taking care of what they're doing. And just at the beginning, I was like, okay, this is serious organization. This is not just a silly thing. They are taking this really seriously. And I was impressed right at the beginning um, how important the game was to them. And they don't let people come in like it was not something important.
Yeah.
Mm.
They do a thorough background check.
Yeah, when you
Yeah,
joined
yeah.
Empire, did they put you in team two or did you start off in a lower division team or
They
lower
put me
team?
in team 3. So at the
Oh,
beginning,
okay.
I was in Empire 3, and
Mm-hmm.
they were in CC. So they were 3 Empire in CC,
Yeah.
but they were going down in Division 1 at the end of the week. So
Mm-hmm.
that's when Mose come in the story, because I asked Pro J, because Pro J was talking to me, because I post on the server of this on the Discord, the Empire, for the first time. I post there
Mm-hmm.
was a track that you need a lot of jump shot in. So I post a video of me doing no jump shot, but nitro overcharged through turbo, and another kind of strategy to avoid using jump shot. So that was the first thing I post on the Discord server of Empire, on the track you need to do. And the project came in my DM and began to talk with me. And he was a really good guy and everything. I saw you on the chart on a couple of plays. You seem to be a really good player. I want to talk to you. He invited me in his other server project as a server with a lot of Canadian, French Canadian guy. So he invited me there. He introduced me to everyone. He was really cool guy with me right at the beginning. So I was really well welcome in the Empire. So I felt really good. And then I asked him, what can I do? I want to stay in CC. What can I do? He says, go talk to Mose. To Mose, ask him about it. So okay, yeah, and I send a message to Mose, and so I was wondering if I can go up in E2 next season, and he wrote me back. That was great to see the ambition to move up. So just to tell the spirit of the team. So that was a welcome. And he said to me, "How long have you been with the Empire Tree?" And I answer, 1 week. He was like, "Okay, are you enjoying it?" There was yes, that's really good, but I want to stay in CC. I want to know what I'm capable of doing in CC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've been on the podium 3 out of 4 times, so that was a good score. And he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, I'm gonna do the best to accommodate you." So I
Mm-hmm.
felt really good, and I was. He said, "I'm just wait. Maybe you will be able to move up next season." And then Dude Mon sent me a message that he heard that I want to be on Empire 2. So he asked me if I was, because I want to stay in CC, because normally they don't promote players that quickly.
Yeah.
But he liked me, and he want to make me happy. So if CC what I want, I can go up. So I was like, yes, I want to keep playing CC. So he's okay. He gave me the password. I joined the Empire 2, and now I know you need a password, and I felt really good. I was like, those people really care about you, and they see when you're passionate about the game, and they like when you want to improve yourself. They like people who want to go up. So that was long story short, but that was how I ended up in Empire 2, and
Nice.
I really enjoy it since then.
Awesome. So you told them put you in team 2.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
But,
that's
I was
awesome.
on the podium. I was on the podium on Empire 3, so I want to be surrounded by people better than me. I want to be uh, looking up to players. That's the
Yeah.
main thing I want. And now with Empire 2, I can tell you I'm really mid player. So I'm sometime in top 20, sometime top 15, sometime 25. Depends if there's a lot of track with jump shock, or there's a multi jump track, something like that. But either way, I'm not even close to the podium, not even close. So that's exactly what I want, because I want to continue improve. I want to be, maybe next year I'm gonna be able to be on the podium 1 time, 2 time. I want to still improve the game at the game.
What's your
Yeah.
garage power at the moment?
At the moment, I'm a little bit higher of 11K at the
Nice.
moment.
Nice.
Yes, I still have a lot of Nitro level 3 that I want to improve. You see right now, yes, 218 garage power. I have a
Just
lot of
so
Nitro
I know as a
level 2.
gauge for how I'm going, you're a mid player in Team 2. What's your average score for a team event?
35, 36.
Okay, so I'm going to be right down the bottom. Excellent.
I will be
Oh,
at the very
yeah.
lowest of the lowest.
It's depend of the event. The last event of this week is a little bit hard on me. I'm more of 28, 29 because there's a jump check, but I'm doing it with the chopper and thrusters, so I can fly.
Yeah, perfect.
Cheating.
It's not
But I
cheating.
like it.
It's
Cheating,
a
but I like
legitimate
it.
strategy.
That's a strategy.
It's a
That's
strategy.
the
That's
best
the
strategy.
important
I
thing.
can go over 400 meters like this. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Good work. 400 meters. I should try that now.
What you put in the tutorial is really simple. 3 jump at the right place. Fly the rest with thrusters. You go 400 meters.
Yep.
But you need the chopper mastery.
Yeah, you need the chopper and mastery. Yeah.
Yeah. When the skill are not there, I have my mastery all done, so I can fix it with that.
Yeah.
No, very
Excellent.
cool. Very cool. All right. Well, JR, did you have a specific question?
Yeah, I have a specific question for both. How many accounts do you have? How many accounts?
I actually have. Let me think. One.
Oh, so you didn't.
I just can't, for the life of me, understand
Uh-huh.
how people get 2, 3, 4 accounts and get them to a decent standard. I struggle with
Yeah,
one,
right.
so I'm
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
start another account anytime soon. Hats off to everyone that does.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Uh-huh.
But no, just the one for me.
All I can say is
Well,
I'm glad I did it earlier when
Yes,
yeah.
you could still buy
Exactly.
Oh
vehicles
God,
with
yeah,
coins.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
would be
And Jay, how
horrendous
many
now.
accounts do you have?
Yes, only one, only one account. I can't even imagine running 2 accounts. That's really too much time
Oh
consuming
gosh.
for me.
Yeah, I understand. I only have one account too. But actually, my question was, with all these masteries, right? We have currently 8 vehicles with masteries, and there's another batch that's coming. I don't know if you guys have experienced or seen it from other people. Is there really a big difference when you have a vehicle that has mastery and a vehicle with no mastery? What's the difference between the scores, the speed, the distance, the whatsoever?
Yeah,
I can answer
think
that because
Yeah.
at the moment my alt is still not up to speed with all the masteries, and I'm about
Uh-huh.
2k difference in score. So I'm getting 26 on my main, and I'm getting
Mm,
24, 25,
mm.
24 on my alt. But my skill level is nowhere near as good as these 2 guys. So what about you 2 guys?
I made a ranking of the mastery, and if I can share it with you guys. First of
Yes,
all,
please.
I put racing truck at the top.
Yes.
That truck, full mastery, is now my favorite vehicle with the
Yeah.
no air drag, the air control. That's a beautiful vehicle. I really enjoy driving that vehicle. Next,
Mm-hmm.
I put the bus because with the 4 part, You can do a really good combination with the empty fuel boost, the thrusters, the magnet. You can find good strategy on a lot of tracks now. Third position, I put the chopper because the core is really good at the beginning and the torque is really good. You see a great difference between the old one and the new one. So
Yes.
that's why I put the chopper in the third position. The fourth, I put the tractor because you have to. They removed the shovel at the first part, and thank you for that. I really thought they was going to do it at the third part, so you can grind all your other part mastery with the shovel off. So that's great. I really like that. And after the the other part to see are good. Fourth, I put the lowrider and the sports car, 5 and 6, because I don't, except for the fourth part, I don't think that's a big difference. I don't really see it. It's a bit disappointing because you put a lot of effort and 4 million bucks, and I see my ghost in the adventure, except example with a rally car, and I drive my full mastery lowrider, and it's just keeping up exactly with the rally car. So
Wow.
I think they could have make it a little bit faster. After all the work you have to put on it, the result at the end is even the low rider, the jump shock are not able to Kanga after you have the piece. So
Yep.
for real, what's the point of grinding this, of paying $1 million? For me, $1 million, I can do it like under a week. I can do it. But if I am talking to my friends who are doing at the beginning with the low GP, $1 million, you have to think it before putting that amount of money on a piece. And you put that on a piece, and you can Kanga after it. That's disappointing.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
I don't know what's the point. That part I don't know what's the point. And after a mono wheel in 7th position, because the core strength is okay, the roll cage is okay, so that's a good addition. But I'm not using it in any other circumstance.
Yeah.
And the end of it, bottom end, the Moonlander. I put it because of the nerf. That's the saddest day on Earth for HCR2. The
Yeah.
dome glide is that's great, that's cool, but that's the only real good thing I I think about that, for real. So that's the little chart I've made. So people, if you have to improve one mastery, start with the racing truck. I think that's the one you really have to. Really gonna have your money worth to put in, and you're gonna see a real difference between the no mastery and the mastery right
Yeah.
at the beginning.
That last event, the Halloween event, where you could use the racing truck for the long distance when you were chased by the zombies. I was doing that with and without mastery, and I got a similar distance for both of them. I got a similar distance for both of them, probably about 20 meters shy without mastery, but to get it there was a whole lot more work. It was, landing every single landing, making sure I didn't trip up anywhere. Whereas with the mastery, I had the ability to make one mistake and still get that big distance.
That's a very good car now.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I must
So,
work on that one then.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Should we start asking some community questions?
Some questions? Yeah, sure. We can do that. Who's going to start? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you go first, mate. Should we just start from
I'll
the
go
top and go
first.
down?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
This question is from Larrikin, and it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek question. Why aren't you guys in Empire 1? Start with Mose.
It's a good question. The simple answer: not good enough.
Yes.
So what is good
Yeah.
enough?
Just a machine,
40K
an
scores would
absolute
be.
machine. Yeah, it's just There's probably one or two people that are on a break in every team event that kind of score low, and the rest of the guys in E1 are just top level. I could do my best, and it would still probably not be good enough. But to be honest, I know my place. It's we've got 7 teams in Empire, so each team needs a leader. It needs co-leaders. And you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I'm quite happy leading helping lead the second team and nurturing the next generation of future Empire 1 players. So
Yeah,
Yes.
It's a great place to be honest.
Yes.
Definitely. JayHay?
The same as Mose. You don't up on the Empire 2 with 30, 32, 33, 35K at the event. There was a guy who just went up in the Empire 1. His name was Sebibs, Sebbes, and he was in the 40K and plus in all of the events we did back in the day. So that's the kind of guy that go up, not the guy who are on 35, 32, 33. That's not even close. So no, you have to be really really good. Empire 1 is not at the top of CC for no reason. You have to be an exceptional player.
They won it last season, didn't they? Didn't the
the Elder before that?
Yeah, back to back.
Yes,
2 in a row.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. So team are merging together to try to beat Empire 1.
Yeah,
that's the reality right now.
Good luck to them. Competition is good for the game.
Absolutely.
It is indeed.
Who wants to go next?
JR, do you want me to go or I'll go? This is a question from Jaxie. Thanks for the question, Jaxie. Big shout out to you. What is your favorite public event mode? And if you could create your dream team event, not dream team, what would each track be? So we'll start with Mose.
I love the no fuel distance events. So the ones where you kind of run out of fuel. You might be one fuel can, but it's basically just so far you can get. None of the silly. You can only touch the floor for so long. Or lava. Just a nice plain forest track, and just see how far you can get. Public event in the 2 or 3 minutes that you get. That's quite fun. And a team event would be a no fuel distance for track 1. Track 2, do you remember those ones where you had to kind of jump and collect the targets in midair?
Yes, yeah.
Come on.
Love those. Yeah, because they were you were up in the air, you collected, you were down before you knew it. It was done. You either got 1,000 or you got nothing. So yeah, I like those ones.
That's been popular lately. Like a lot of people have said they've missed that.
Yeah,
So,
they should bring that back.
hey, Fingersoft,
T3 would be bring it back. Absolutely, bring it back. T3 would be a wheelie. I love a wheelie. With the right vehicle, has to be a decent vehicle. And then T4, just round it off with a nice little time attack of some sort. Anything really, just something a bit different, maybe not one of the usual tracks that we seem to get recycled. So yeah, that would be my dream lineup. I probably still wouldn't do the best, but I'd enjoy it. I would enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah.
JayHay, what about you?
My favorite public event, I said it in the other podcast, but I'm gonna repeat it again so they can hear me. So they maybe we'll not do a little bit of hitting the ball public events, so they can skip 1 or 2. That's gonna be fine. So the one I really like is Zombie. I really like Zombie, or all the thing that you have to catch the guy or go away from something. That's the one I like. I like the collecting the items when you have to make your way and collect a coin boost, nitro, and avoid the air control, avoid the weight. heavyweight. That's the one I like. But maybe more recently, they did the Demolish Beast, the Beast with no.
Yes.
Just just the steering wheel. And that
Oh,
event
yeah.
was
I
really
remember that
nice.
one.
That one
What?
was amazing, and I can't wait for the Mastery of the Beast. They said they're gonna have that option, and you start with a full Demolish Beast, and that public event was really fun. And
Was a lot of
for me,
fun.
yes, for me, the perfect team event will be four, five time attack. I really like doing time attack. I'm a really fan of that. And I have my favorite cups. I really like the lift off land. Uh, I think they are short and fun to do when you fly all the way up. That's I like the magnetic circuit aussi. I really like those. And the Gladiator Gauntlet, I really like this one. And in the Captain Babylon, the Call of the Night, I really like that track because it's so satisfying when you land perfectly on the downhill, and then you're launched and you end up at the top of the roof of the little house at the bottom of the track, and you can finish it really close. I've done that track a lot of times, and you have really to land perfectly. You have to find some spot on the background to know where you are. But that's the kind of event I like. I'm not a fan of other kind of. I like racing, so give me some racing track. That's what I like.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So my question now,
Yeah.
here's one from Star. Are you from Canada, and where exactly? Most, are you
What's your
from
address?
Canada? Definitely not. I think it's asking JayHay.
Yes, I'm from Canada, from Quebec, and at the south shore of Montreal.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Pete, your question.
My question. This one is from I Am, and he says, "Hello, Mose and JayHay. My question: what was the biggest thing that HCR2 and Empire have taught you, and one advice to budding players in the lower teams of Empire?"
Ooh,
We'll start with
that's
Mose.
a tough one. I think what have I learned from Empire and the game itself? Probably that there's always going to be bumps in the road. It's not always going to be plain sailing. But it'd be quite easy to just throw in the towel. Kind of feel like any little problem arises with a 2D racing game, you think, what the hell? Why am I bothering? I wanted to play this for fun. I shouldn't be getting hassle. But if you stick with it, you'll come out stronger and better in the end. And advice for other players, up and coming players, I would probably say just play the game. Just play and play and play. Grind out your cups, adventure, getting a good team, and always be scrapping. Always be scrapping the excess parts. You might only be scrapping 100 or 200 parts at a time, but they all add up. You could do 1,000 a day easily, which is 7,000 scrap a week. And yeah, before you know it, you've got 100,000 scrap, and you can upgrade that really important part that you need for the next team event. So yeah, definitely always be scrapping and just keep playing.
Yep, good advice.
Good words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. JayHay.
Yes, for budding players, save your gems at all costs. Save it. Save it for mastery. Save it for when there's public event and you need to buy a new vehicle, and you need 800 points, so you have to reload your tickets all the time. Only upgrade team event parts and wait a little. Don't upgrade a part at the beginning of the team events because you may find another strategy that you don't even need that part anymore for a little while. So wait a little bit, be patient. When you're doing cups, manage to have at least one empty slot, so you can always have a new chest appearing in your screen. That's important too. And if you're a free-to-play player, watch all the ads. I don't care if they're boring. I don't care if they're 5 seconds, 30 seconds. If the little X is as tiny as a beetle, I don't care. Watch it. Do something else between. That's important. You have to open a lot of chests. And in the episode of Ali Pro J asking a question about the bad habits that players have at the beginning, and at the beginning, but I was still having it, and I'm not at that much at the beginning. But he was talking about constantly having your thumbs on the gas and tapping the brake, and I just managed to avoid doing it recently, and now I can do 10K in the adventure. I'm able to do it. So I wish I knew that one earlier. So if you're starting a new account, that's the kind of thing you should know at the beginning. When you're constantly tapping on the brake, you're not that much precise on what you can do with your vehicle. So be really aware of that. That's all
Were
I
you
have to say.
listening, Eva?
Sorry, I missed all of that. I missed all of that.
Can you send him a video? Can you do a
I was playing
screen
HCR2 with my thumb on the throttle all the time. And I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening at all. And yeah,
Oh, you'll be able to
That's
listen back
legal.
on when you play.
No,
That
I think
I was able
Eva
to
is
do.
yeah.
I was able to do a 22 K run in the forest with Rally, with Rock Bouncer, with RT, and I'm collecting stars now, and I'm having fun doing it. Before, I was doing that track like a time attack, and I was flying for 15 seconds and landing in the water, and that was a disaster every time. Now, I've noticed that the fuel tanks are positioned not so far away. You're not even close to being on empty fuel. You don't have to rush that much. So you can do the track kind of easily. All the people were saying that's the easiest map, that's the easiest map. And I was not able to go past 6K. And now I understand why. Because the fuel tank are not that far apart from each other. You're not even on an empty fuel tank. And you can do the 10K kind of easily.
There's one important fuel that you have to remember. It's around the 6K mark, I think.
Yes,
6
that's
or
all.
8K.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
I remember playing HCR1, and that was basically hold your thumb down and away you went.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, you'd probably get further without doing that as well. So it's on my list of things to do. All right, I'm still trying to master bloody jump shocks. All right, leave me alone.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, still trying to master jump shocks. Leave me alone. But yeah, all is good. I will get there, Pete. Trust me.
Speaking of jump
Excellent.
stroke, just for 1 second. Now at the team event we're doing right now, but last week we had the track far away to do.
Yep.
And everyone does it. A lot of people do it with the rally car. And me, I'm doing it with the overcharged turbo, afterburner, and wings. But Mono Victor is an Empire 1 now. And I saw what he did with the Kanga with the rally car. And I write it down. He's at 30.493 seconds. And I managed to do only 42 seconds. So when you watch his replay on his video, that's a work of art. For real, he's He
He's a
cannot miss
magician, though.
one. I cannot believe how he does it. He cannot miss one. He has to do it every landing perfectly, and he does it. He does it. He's a magician for me. I just
Yes.
couldn't even manage to Kanga over the first hill. Just the first. Give me just the first one. I can do it. I still have to improve, but it's a bit discouraging when you are trying 35 times and you still cannot do it. And you see that guy who does all the tracks perfect. That's really satisfying to watch, though.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
very satisfying to watch, and it just reminds you that there are people out there that are amazing.
So when you ask why you're not on Empire 1, I cannot be close to that guy. It's my overcharged soul going fast in the first hill, and I not even be able to pass over it. That's a shame.
Yeah.
No, agreed.
Your question, I think, Eva.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is a question from Fiery. He's got two questions. What I'll do, I'll ask the first one, and then JR likes to ask the second one because I'll let her ask the second one. So the first one from
Yeah.
Fiery. Thanks for the shout out, Fiery. What is the best thing about HCR community? The HCR to me. Blah.
Oh, whoop,
I'll
whoop.
start again. So,
What
what's the
have you
best
benefited?
thing? What's the best thing about editing? No, I better not start that.
Remember the
Oh,
benefit.
no.
And remember the
What
benefits
have you
that
I
benefited?
agree.
I better not start the
Or
editing. Yeah, that was terrible. Okay, let's start again. So, this is a question from Fiery. Thanks for the shout out, Fiery. Thanks for the question. Big shout out to Fiery. So, what's the best thing about the HCR2 community, in your opinion? Start with you, JayHay.
best thing, I'll give you an example. I have a couple. I give you one. There was a team event a couple of weeks ago. You need to fly a broken bus on the long jump. You remember that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do it. I really, really wasn't able to do it. So I record myself failing to do it, and I post it on the channel of the Empire. And I ask the guys, what am I doing wrong? And they all give me tips. You're too this, you're too that. Go more like this, go more like that. I still not able to doing it, okay? But they are trying to help me doing it. So that's the kind of help you got. Also, when you're going on a time attack track with over bike, and you need to land perfectly on the fuel tank to fly up the way to fly all the way up to the finish line and go for the 10K, and you have the ghost of Rex, of Sean, of Speedy, of Snowy. Basically,
Yep.
they are doing all the work for you. In this event with the chopper track one, you need to land on the spot, right on the spot before the fuel tank to hit the nitro and it hit the other fuel tank. And Snowy was on right on the target every event. I don't know if someone passed before him, but I was always having his ghost, and I always start the event with 4.5k, 4.2k. That's cool. When you start an event with 4k, with 9k, I mean, excuse me. When you always start an event with 9k, 9.5k, 9.7k, you start well, and he's doing most of the work for you. So join a good team. That's the kind of thing you have when you join a good team.
Yep.
Yeah. If you got a good team, you got good advice available to you. So, yeah. Good.
What about yourself, Mose?
I was going to say exactly the same as Jay. To be
Oh,
honest.
okay. There you go.
The only other thing I can think of is that for such a basic, although we find it quite hard, a simple game, that can't really apart from YouTube's or podcasts, for example, we can't really make much money from it. The tools that people have made in their spare time to help us with the game, like the Nemesis server, for example, or the Adventure server, or the Time Attack server, the Club of Leaders, the Fair Play server. The time it would have taken to make these things and the bots that go with them and stack all the information together for new players and experienced players as well. I think it just shows how passionate people can be about such a simple game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I admire it, to be honest. Fair play to them. I haven't got it in me myself to do that, but fair play.
Cool. Very cool. JR, after you.
It's like Eva said, I always like asking this question, and I think I would like to add something to it. So here's the question: if you could go anywhere on Earth, anywhere for free, just for 1 month, where would you go? And who would you like to take along with you? Mose, you can go first.
Oh, how many people can I take? Do I have a
Well,
bus
and
or is it a
it's
chopper?
for free. It's for you can take the moon lantern if you want, but yeah, where would you go, and who would you take along
Um,
with you?
I would probably go around Scandinavia and just go skiing, go on some of those big long train rides through the snowy mountains, and the wilderness. Just take it in, and yeah, take it nice and slowly, decompress from the world. And I would take with me. Who would I take? See, I should have been a lot more like Jay and Ollie and got notes, but I'm winging this question. I'm winging it. Who would I take?
You can
I
take
would
me.
take. I'll, yeah, I would say a time that I was leaving. I'd take the bus and I'd say anybody that wants to come, be here at this time, get on the bus. If the bus is full, you're not coming. If you're not here at this time, we're leaving at this time, we're going. So yeah, I'm not going to pick out a lot of people, but yeah, I'd say a time and a place, be there or be square.
So total stranger.
Just don't reverse into the
No, I
invisible
wouldn't
wall.
tell strangers. I'd just advertise it to, the nice people of the Empire server like yourselves and, the
Oh.
rest of Empire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be amazing. What about you, Jay?
Ali said Japan, I think, in the other podcast.
Yeah, you do.
I have no other choice but to say the same. For real, I really love that culture. I like how everything is well ordered. Everything is clean. I like they are passionate about cars too. There's a lot of things I wanna visit in Japan. There's a lot of beautiful place. And I have no choice but to take my wife with me to give her a little break of, of all the things she does around the house every day. So, Japan with my wife for the month free, I take that, yeah.
That is
Sounds
a good
nice.
option. Mm-hmm.
She's going to pack her luggage right now. Your question, Pete?
Yes. I just wanted to point out that I did actually count out all the questions because there is a specific question that I wanted to ask, and now the order has changed. So I won't be able to ask that question that I want to ask later on, but that's okay. This one is from Taco Lord. No. Yes. Taco Lord? No. Are we up to Taco Lord?
Yes,
Somebody's
we
put a
are.
tick on it.
Yes.
No, I just did because you're about to ask it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Taco Lord, how did y'all find out about HCR2 and what's your favorite public event and team event?
We've
Start
kind of
with
answered
Mose.
we've kind of answered the second bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did exactly the same as Ollie and scrolled the Play Store for around 20 minutes. Scrolled past the game once, scrolled past the game twice, and eventually, yeah, like a bad habit, it snuck back up on me, and I downloaded the game and Here we are today.
Nice. How about you, JayHay?
Yes, I will. I was playing Clash of Clans at the beginning on my phone, and I was having a rough time about my village being robbed by the night. So I was looking for a game that I can improve without being robbed and everything like that. So what I really like about HCR2, especially when you're at the beginning, and the fact that Ali says to you the other podcast that he's still a free-to-play player. You remember that?
Yep.
That you can go that high without spending any money on the game. That there's not a lot of game that you can do that. So I really like that about HCR2, and that's why I still play.
Yeah. Who's next?
Eva is up next.
Eva.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. So, Pete, which question did you want to just scroll down?
When we get to it, I'll let you know. It's a little bit further down, and I'm sure you'll notice it.
All right. I was just going to say because I'm happy to skip one. That's gonna change the order. So we've got a series of questions from Cap A, and Cap A has been a long time question asker. We really appreciate all the time he puts into this. He's got a whole heap of questions. Favorite vehicle, favorite go-to time attack track, very specific questions. Sorry, not very specific questions, but he's got two specific questions, one for each of you, which I think we'll ask those instead. So this is specifically for Mose. What is it like to be part of the Empire leadership?
It's great. Yeah, you get to see the workings of the very top team all the way down to an E7, like Division 7 team that are just trying to get max rewards to grow accounts. You see the Division 1 teams working with other teams and how they try and avoid or arrange tough matches with each other. You do get a lot of, I suppose it's hard to stay away from the politics of the game sometimes, with players joining, players leaving, successful and unsuccessful merges. But yeah, genuinely, it's great. It's really good. Yeah, if you're interested in getting into leadership, then go for it. It's genuinely, it's great. You do get a bit of hassle, but for the most part, it's great. Did I say it was great? I'm not sure I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a question specifically for JayHay. What is the greatest achievement in the game you've ever made?
I did it last month, actually. I finished first of Canada in the community showcase. That's I'm really proud of that. Yes, I'm really proud of that. I've worked a lot to do it, and I can walk you through my path. So what I do first, I join on the Empire server, and I download the track. Didn't even know you can download the track before you go on the event. So
wow, you can practice it. Yep.
Yes, and you can see the better player. You can see, and that's I saw a lot of players that are always on top, like Schizo, one of our co-player. That a guy DT69420. He's often on the top. Another guy, ORLY, come O'Reilly, always on the top. And you see the vehicle, you see the video, you see what part they are equipped, and then you try to do it, and you can, but you see how they do it. So I practice a lot. Then when I'm comfortable with the track, with my vehicle, now I go on the track, and sometimes I don't even need to buy the unlimited ticket, I'm always on top without spending the gems because I really want to spare my gems. So
Yep.
I did that for the month, and at the end I was number one of Canada with Gio, another coéquipier on our team, Empire 2. So there was two people at the top of Canada in Empire 2. So I'm really proud of that, and I hope I'm going to be able to do it this month again.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah.
JR, up to you.
Here is a question from Strawberry. His name is the emoji of Strawberry. He's actually playing for the OzNC team, so shout out to him. So here's his question. What is your favorite public event and why? And then his second question, what do you do to get better at playing the game? Mos, would like to go first?
Favorite? What was it? Question. Favorite public event
Yeah,
type.
your
Was it?
favorite.
Either a wheelie or a no distance or no fuel distance track.
Yeah, no
I
fuel.
Yeah,
do really well at those no distance ones.
Okay.
Sorry, if there was no distance to do at all, I'd do really well at those.
No distance, yeah.
No distance, yeah,
Unlimited fuel.
Unlimited fuel, no distance. I would rock those. I would go amazing. I'd get 25k for those. Right?
Yeah. The thing I like about them is that they're kind of open ended. So rather than get to a finish point, it's you see how far you can get, and you might get 1 meter further than somebody else. You might get 1,000 meters. But yeah, it's open ended, so it's not just binary. It's not just you either finish or you don't. It's kind of go for it.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what I quite liked. Yeah.
And
very
then
cool.
he said, what do you do to get better at playing the game?
What do I do to get better? Just practice. Watch the videos on YouTube. Browse the tips channels for on Empire server. We have tips channels for each track and public event, etc. So yeah, just watch the videos, but don't get too bogged down on copying every single tactic because you might not be able to get it like the pros do. So get tips and then just practice and kind of make your own way. But yeah, just practice makes perfect, really.
Yeah, that's correct. And Jay, what about you?
My favorite public event, I like when there's a vehicle with a fixed part, so everyone is at the same level at the beginning.
Oh,
I like this event.
I hate those.
I have a lot of my friends that are starting the game because all I do at work is talk about the game, so they are all starting with really low GP. And they're able to compete when there's a fixed part and fixed vehicle. So that's a little bit more encouraging for them. And I do watch a lot of video to get better. At the end of the week, I have the review of the time I pass on my phone, and that's often 15 to 20 hours of hill climb. But I have like 6 to 7, 8 hours of YouTube video, and that's all the video I'm looking is at HDR2. I have a lot of channel I like to watch. And also on the Discord, I watch. We have tips for track 1, 2, 3, 4. I watch a lot of that, and I get what you say, Moose, about not try to copying, because when you try 50 times to copy Mono Victor and you're like, and that's impossible. That's discouraging. But at least sometimes you can, he's doing this like that. Maybe I can do something similar. And you can find the balance between what you can do to improve at least a little bit. And you have to practice. That's at the end of the day, you have to put time and effort. Like a lot of things in life, you have to practice, put time and effort, and watch people better than you, what they are doing, and try to improve.
Yeah, well said. And whose turn is it? Pete?
Yeah. This question is from, I'm going to say Levi or Levy. I'll stick with Levi. He's got two dot notes here, and the first one just says cheese question. What is your favorite cheese, Mose?
My favourite cheese, the humankind, the one that used to play the game, that used to be in Empire. Yeah, shout out to cheese. If he means the food, the edible version, favourite cheese, probably the good old-fashioned cheddar.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm glad you explained what you meant about human cheese, because I wasn't sure where that was going.
Not that way.
And dot point two, the best way to maximize score without masteries.
That's a good question. Probably a little trick would be to go back several events before Masteries came out, because Fingersoft likes to recycle tracks quite a lot.
Yeah.
So we've probably done the track already in a previous event months or years ago when people didn't have Masteries. So do that. And hope for the best. Yeah, that fourth
That's
part
really
is
clever.
that fourth part is a big boost for anyone really, even if you're not the best. The extra part could be massive in your score. So yeah, watch the old videos and hope for the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
JayHay? Cheese
Yes,
question?
my favorite cheese. Last episode, I think Eva liked it a lot, so I'm gonna change for this one. I really love with my wife cheese fondue. I really love them. I think it's a good way to pass the time together. And for people with no mastery, there's a channel on YouTube, Rose YT. She's
Yeah.
I'm saying she because the avatar is a woman. Um, she's doing amazing job with low GP, no masteries. Uh, even when there's an uphill with the racing truck, I'm not even able to do it with my racing truck mastery, and she has no mastery. She is going farther than me, so she's an amazing player with low GP, no mastery, and often sometimes. There's other channel who put the video of no mastery. There's like Arab United do it, Vodka sometimes do it, low GP, no mastery. So at least you can have the basics of what you can do when you start a race. Because I can understand can be frustrating for young player who was just beginning in the game and are not even close to spending that much money, time, and effort on mastery.
Eva, I think you're up.
I'm up. Yes.
You are.
This is a question from Milo2610.
I
Or
think
is it
it's M YOLO.
M YOLO
Oh my
2610?
God,
Wow.
these names.
Oh, hang on. We
YOLO.
could pronounce it. We could pronounce it M YOLO 2610 or M YOLO 226.
This is like Blink 182.
Yeah, Blink 182 or
182.
Bling 182 or Blink 118 to. No, anyway.
Blink once for yes and two for no.
Yeah. Well, he's asked this, and I've got to get the accent right. How did you get good at HCR2? And he's spelt that git, GIT, and GUD for good. So get good at HCR2. So use a bit of get good in your voice for this. You first, Mose.
You've got to get all the vehicles, get them all, and then get all the
them all.
parts and get them all, and then max them all. And once you've got all the vehicles and you get all the parts and you've maxed them all, you do be get good.
Oh my goodness.
Well said.
Yes.
Mhm.
And JayHay, what about yourself?
I'm gonna give a big shout out to my friend Pro J. Not having your thumb permanently on the gas and constantly tapping the brake, focusing on your landing spot, and managing your wing glide. That's if you start with that, you have a good base, and of course upgrade your garage power as quickly as possible. But if you start with that, you have a good base.
Cool.
That was a much more serious answer than mine. I'm glad somebody's taking it seriously.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We are here to have a bit of a laugh as well. So,
Yeah.
up to you,
Grab it.
My
JR.
turn.
Yeah, JR.
Before I ask
Very
this
lucky.
question, Pete, is this the question you wanted to ask?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll try my best. Okay. The question is from sameH.Q from Empire 3. And his question or his statement is like this. It goes like this. In a zombie apocalypse situation, you are slowly being surrounded by zombies, and you are running your last team event ticket that might get you a 50k score. First, would you ignore the zombies and continue with the game? Or would you make a rub of your life? What kind of rubbing, I don't know. Knowing that this is your only chance to get a 50k plus score in a tough team event that no one can that no one got more than 42k in. So he said, you can get a more serious question than this. Ajay, go first.
Good old Simpson.
I'm running the ticket.
Oh,
I don't care. I die happy. I'm running the ticket, and I do a screenshot at the end, so they can post it on my coffin. That guy died happy.
That being said, you wouldn't you wouldn't do the rub of your life.
No, not for that.
No, okay. What's your answer? I can't help but giggle about this question. So, Moss,
I would definitely run for my life. Yeah, I would be running. I'm not hanging around to get 50k. Because if I did, I'd be eaten alive by a zombie, and then I would be accused of cheating anyway. Because they would say, "There's no way you got 50k, Mose. No way, not without cheating." So, yeah, I'd be on my heels, on my toes.
Do you know what the beauty of this is? You can pause the game.
and rub or run.
Yeah.
So it was a trick question all along.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I love the
It just
question.
died for
No.
nothing.
Very, very good. Thanks.
But you know what, Moss?
Same.
I think Pete has prepared for this question. So he will pause the game.
Yeah.
That was a fun
Right.
question.
It was, wasn't it? My question now, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
This question is from Fan, and he says, "My question is for Mose. Why do you think I'm your best little bro in Empire?"
Little bros. Are they those things that make you annoyed? That piss you off? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, he's a good little bro. Fun. I like him. He's funny. Yeah, he's he's good. Not really when he has 3 months off for exams. He's not that good then. I mean, who goes off for exams? But yeah, no, he's a great guy.
School, education? No.
Well, you
But
don't need education when you've got hill climb racing too, do you?
But
Exactly.
hang on. Irfan is from Empire 1. He must be that good.
He is pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Hmm. Very cool.
Alrighty.
Whose turn is it?
It's
Eva,
my turn. It's my turn.
it's
But
your
this is a question.
turn.
It's a question from Pete himself.
Oh my God.
Thank you for the question, Pete.
Thank you for the question, Pete. Now I've got to say this. I've got to say this in Pete's accent with Pete's beard.
Yes,
Oh.
please.
So I'm stroking my beard while I'm asking this question, right? Did you enjoy Empire? Did you join Empire so you could get better, or for the community?
I was actually involved in the creation of Empire, so I was in the
Mm.
leadership team of Global Legion,
Yep.
who we negotiated the merge with the leadership of Out of Order or the New Order.
Yep.
Can't remember which
Yep.
one they were at the time.
Yep.
So yeah, it was more for the community really, but to get better at the game, we wanted to create a more competitive team. We were both kind of dropping, we've both just been reset through various bans of certain players. So yeah, a lot of us wanted more competition to get better, but we wanted a bigger community, and it benefited both teams really for both reasons. So yeah, a bit of both, 50-50.
Cool. Very cool. And what about you, JayHay?
Of course, to get better, when I switch team, I want to get better. I want to see how far I can go. So I joined Empire for that. And for the community, I didn't even know there was that much of a community because Discord was so new to me. So I couldn't even imagine that I can be so close to a player. Like I have to. Can you give me a second? I have to give a shout out to my good friend now, and I'm just gonna say his name. I've practiced it. His name is Rejuvenated. I'm
Oh
of course
yes,
Mose. You know this guy. He's
yeah.
the king of kilometers, for real. It's been like 5 weeks in a row. He's doing max kilometers, 2,050 kilometers, and the week is not even done. He's already at the max kilometers. And that guy, for me, I'm playing. I mean, I'm playing. I'm not even close to max GP, and he's doing it weeks after weeks after weeks. And I went on the Discord server and I asked him, for real, how do you do that? And he shared with us his wisdom. So maybe I can share it with you. So there's a lot of players who want to improve their number of kilometers and they don't even know how to do it because, for real, doing the same thing over and over is boring. And he managed to do it in a way that he's still motivated to do it. So what he does is like he does 20 to 40 kilometers of cups each day, and after a couple of minutes he does a couple of speed runs in forest desert city, and he says that he learned to race cups and adventure map by using his peripheral vision and sound of the game. With all the kilometer he has accumulated, he's not looking. He's looking directly at the screen, maybe 25% of the time.
Wow.
So, ouais, he can read a book.
Ouch.
That's what he said. He can read a book. He can watch TV, and so you know that can be super boring to some. But mixing cups and maps, you have to figure out the right balance to keep yourself motivated. He says also avoid community showcase because kilometers doesn't count when you're doing community showcase.
Yep.
And some of his other hobbies allow him to have his iPad with him, so he can continue to race while he's doing his other hobbies. And he's 100% retired now, so and he's fairly young, early 50s. So, with my newborn child, I'm off work for a couple of weeks, and he just sent me a message to have news about my little boy, and says, "How you doing at home? How's the baby boy doing?" And I said, "Really good, really good." And, "Are you going for Max GP this week?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm going for Max GP. We have a far away track. That's 1 kilometer track. I'm gonna do it and gonna Max GP." I just made a little calculation after that. If you do the math, 2,500K divided by 7, that's 357 kilometers each day. And if you do the track like 45 seconds almost, maybe, that's 4.4 hour and a half per day that you have to do that track. That's
Wow.
an enormous amount of time and dedication you have to put to do just only for that track to Max GP, and he does it
Yep.
weeks after weeks after weeks. So
Yep.
I just want to give my good friend a big shout out because our team chess are over 30 because of him. Since he came with us, and he's a great human being and real passionate about the game, rejuvenated. You're the new benefited, by the way. You're you're an amazing player. Want to give you a big shout out on the podcast. I have asked him if you want to be on the podcast, so maybe you can invite him and have him on the podcast next time. He's an amazing player, amazing human being, and good to chat with him.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, that's really good advice for people who want to do lots of Ks.
Mhm.
What about yourself, Mose? Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
what was the question?
No. We've
I
actually.
thought I'd answered it, I think.
No, you had. But
Yeah,
Pete,
cool.
while he was stroking his beard, had a second question.
How did you know I was stroking my beard?
Because I mean, if I had a beard like that, I'd be stroking my beard whenever I was thinking. So he says, do you watch movies at the cinema, or do you wait for them to come home for streaming service?
I haven't been to the cinema for a long time. So
Okay.
normally wait for them to come out on a streaming service. Yeah, open up Netflix or Amazon Prime and see what's got some good ratings.
Yep.
Yep.
We're not affiliated with either of those, so there's no priority.
Other streaming
Jay-
services are available. Yeah.
JayHay, what about yourself?
For now, when I go to cinema, it's to watch a Disney movie or or a movie that my kids want to see. So for that part, it's the cinema. But when I want to see a movie, it's on a streaming device.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I can honestly say we went to the drive-ins the other day, and it was a terrible
Oh, cool.
experience. Terrible
Was it at
experience
Tramana?
because went to the Dramana, which is about a 30-minute drive, which wasn't the bad thing. The screen was amazing, everything else was great, but cars nowadays you cannot leave in accessory on for more than half an hour before they shut down on their own. So an hour and a half movie, it shut down 3 times while trying to watch this movie. So just word for the wise, get a radio.
A battery-powered radio.
A battery-powered radio,
Yeah.
much better. But yeah, no, it was great to go to the drive-ins. It was really cool. Sit back, relax. Seats were comfortable. The sound system was great in the car, but yeah, it shut down 30 minutes into the movie, and then you had to start it up again, or not start the car up again, but turn the ignition off, turn the ignition back on again. It was just a pain in the backside. So
Yeah.
Bring something
Yeah.
to clean your windshield too, because that's when you're sitting looking at the screen and damn, my windshield is really dirty. You need to bring something to clean it.
No. No. It was very clean, very very clean.
Okay.
Can I just say that was some really good questions?
They were. I think it was the beard stroking that made them better.
There's a
Jack,
better.
you're up.
No. There's a better question down below from Jack Rabbit. You have to wait for that question. Okay, I think that's my question. Here is a question from RDD. Thank you for this question for both guests. What keeps you motivated to keep playing the game? And when you are not playing HCR2, what else consumes your extracurricular time? JayHay, you can go first.
Yeah, so what keeps me motivating to play the game for real? The cups, I've been over it over and over. I don't really like them anymore. I love team events, but sometimes I found them really redundant. What's driving me really this time is the community showcase. I really enjoy doing those tracks. I really love the creativity of the people who are doing those maps. They are really fun to do. They catch exactly what people like. They are fun. I for real, that's really keeps me going. Every day, I can't wait to see what's gonna be the new track, what car I'm gonna use. Am I going to have a rhino falling on my head when I'm going uphill? Whatever. The other day it was a Gloomvale satisfying track with racing truck. Was an amazing track, 1 kilometer long, and I did it like almost like 100 times easily. So the fact that the kilometers doesn't count when you're doing those track, and you have to pay gems to have unlimited tickets, they need to fix that. That's a shame because my kilometer ratio will be really higher if the community showcase was in the team chess, or leave us alone with the unlimited ticket and give it free. Why do I have to spend gems if my kilometer doesn't count anyway? So just just I have to say that. And the other, and now I'm having fun grinding stars. I'm sorry, Proje and Goon, for saying that, but I'm having fun doing adventure map with my new technique of my, no, not always the thumb on the gas. And for real, when you do like a rust bucket reef, the background is really nice. The reflection of the sun on the sand, the whale you see every once and then. Gloomvale, it's a really. It's not a fun track because there's too much structure and thing you can hit your head on, but it's a beautiful track. The background of beach also is beautiful. Switchback Savannah, I'm having fun doing Switchback Savannah. It's not that hard, except for the big bit of muds you can. But anyway, I this is my new thing now. I like to do a community showcase. I like to do the grinding of stars, and I like to do, the challenge of the team event also keeps me going. That's for sure. I want to improve on that. And the other question was what I can you do that again?
What is your extracurricular activity when you are not
Okay.
playing HCR?
When you're not playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to drive 1 hour to go to work back and forth each day. So I spend
Hang on,
a
is
lot
that
of
1 hour
time.
each way?
Yeah, each way. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 hour each way.
Me
So
too.
yeah. I'm because if you want to have a house that's affordable, close to Montreal, drive 1 hour, friend. That's the only way you can have one.
hmm
Because just little tips right there. I'm a lot of time in my 2 hours per day. I'm in my car and I listen a lot of podcasts. So that's something I really love to do. I listen to Joe Rogan. I really like his podcast. The other day, Elon Musk was there and was talking about how he likes to play Diablo 4, and how the fact that that game is so hard that it cleaned his mind from all the stress he have to face on the others area of his life. And I can find, I can understand what he's saying about that, because when I'm focusing strictly on HCR2, uh, I'm not thinking about anything else. So I understand what he means by that. So I really enjoy listening to podcasts. I also like watching video that are satisfying. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that, but looking at people who have perfected their art and who are passionate about what they are doing. If it can be like someone who crave a stone, or someone who does a cheese, or someone who's painting, making a good painting. I love to see passionate people do things. So that's the other thing I like to do in the other way. So yeah, that's what drives me right now.
That's
Cool.
very nice. That's very
Yeah.
nice. What about you? Yeah, what about you, Moose? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is mainly maintaining the legacy of Empire. It's taken so much work and
Mm-hmm.
blood, sweat, and tears to get it to where it is today. That it'd be a shame to lose it. You know, we've seen many
Yeah.
great teams come to an end, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't want the same for Empire. So yeah, I try and help maintain um, the legacy of Empire. And to do with the game itself, I know if I had a break, if I have 2, 3 month, 4 month break, I'm going to come back and everyone's going to either have surpassed me, or there'll be a new car, a new vehicle out, and I'll be way
Mm-hmm.
behind. So I just
Mm-hmm.
know, just keep on grinding, keep on just
Yeah.
slowly building the GP,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll never be too far behind. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, what do you do when you're not playing?
Oh, not playing. Housework. Um, childcare. Normal work. But no, I try and chill out with do just try and watch a lot of comedy shows. Try and get to
Mhm.
some live shows when possible. But I do love comedy, stand up, and sketch shows, and the odd documentary as well. Really into my history. There's a Netflix. I keep mentioning Netflix, but Netflix documentary at the moment called Ancient Apocalypse, and it's
Oh, is
about
it?
um,
I love that show.
it's just about
Yes.
yeah, it's really good, isn't it? It gives you like a different perspective on the what we know about ancient history, and if what we know is actually right, because there's a lot of things we're finding out under the ground, in terms of artifacts, that he's proving what we thought was right wrong. So that's quite interesting. So if you haven't seen it and you're into your history, ancient history, I definitely recommend it, because it's a big eye opener, to what we thought we knew about a civilization, basically. So, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's your turn, Pete.
Yes, and this is the question that I think Jackrabbit was hinting at being a good question, and I heard you giggling earlier. I don't know if that was because of what I was putting up. Who is the best Oz and Z podcast host? I'll go with Mose first.
Well, I've thought about this one. And I can't choose between you three on a personal level. So I thought I would compare each one of you to a hill climb racing vehicle part, and then
Oh,
go
Oh,
from
wow.
there.
I like that.
So
Okay.
Oh, I love this
so
Oh
diplomacy. This
wow!
is awesome.
Wow!
But
so,
what?
well, I'll tell you what I would think each of you, which part you are from the game, and you can tell me if you think you agree or whether you'd be a different part. So, Eva, I think you're the afterburner. It keeps it going at a nice fast speed for the whole time, and it's a nice constant. You know what you're going to get. You're nice and fast, and you keep going.
Wow.
Every now and then, you get, oh, we're running out of fuel. Shit, and then all of a sudden, another fuel, and it's back to plain sailing, nice and fast.
I agree with
Pete.
that. That's good.
Yeah, that's
Pete,
I like that.
I went for Pete for the coin boost. You kind of like a nice, constant, quiet boost in the background. It's not like a fuel boost or a nitro where it's like ping in your face, ping in your face. It's just it's not too in your face. The coins are quite regular. So yeah, that's what I'd go for Pete. And finally, JR. I think I had a hard one with you, JR, but I think it would be thrusters.
Oh.
So you have the ability to take the pod or the conversation to new heights, bringing very good, interesting angles on things. But like the thrusters, you could go AWOL. You could go off on a bit of a tangent. And then Pete or Eva kind of step in and bring you back home. We've got the fuel. Let's get back on the ground, shall we?
Oh, wow.
I love it.
You know,
on that basis, my favourite part would be the thrusters.
Oh.
Which means it would be JR.
Wow.
So yeah. So if you guys agree with those parts, or
No, I'm really
Yeah.
that's a really cool way of explaining who we are and what we do, and
yeah,
I really like it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
it's very creative and fun. Just the way you said everything. And if you put us all together, it's what vehicle would you put us in all together?
Thrusters and
Putting you
coin
on the
boost.
spot.
say that again. Broke up a little bit then.
If you will put us all three together in a vehicle, which CR2 vehicle would it be?
Oh, let's think. Thrusters, coin boost, and afterburner. It would have to be the 4x4 Super Jeep.
Yep.
4x4.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
No, I like that. That
That's
is
nice.
hilarious.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. Now,
You're very
JayHay,
welcome.
who is your favorite podcast host?
What can I say after that, man? That was amazing. Good job, Mose. Good job, man.
Thank you.
You said you didn't prepare. You prepared a lot. That's an amazing. Wow.
One question.
Hey, I was standing up. I need to take a seat now. For real, I like the three of you. Eva, I found your voice really reassuring. When I hear your voice, it's like I'm at home. I know I'm gonna have a good podcast. JR, your laugh is contagious. And Pete, you have an amazing beard. So what can I say, for real?
It was on point too, really. You know, it's really on point. Jay, thank you so much for that.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, ever since JR joined, I don't know how we lived without her before that. So
Yes.
yeah, the voice and the laugh is infectious, and it adds so much to this, to the dynamic of us and this podcast. So yeah, I'm so glad you're here, JR.
I
Oh,
agree.
don't make me cry.
Oh, what are
No.
you after?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Alrighty. Pete, is it your question?
Well, this is the one I wanted to ask.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Yeah.
ask it.
I don't know how we got around to it, but I ended up asking it. This one here is a special question from none other than FS David. He says, as we head into 2025, what new features or changes would you like to see in HCR2? I'll start with JayHay.
Yes, I've prepared something for this because for real, David, my French Canadian friend, we need more cups, man. We need more cups. We are doing the same over and over and over and over again in our road to legendary. And if you don't know where to start, maybe I can give you a tip. There's a lot of track that doesn't have their 1 kilometer track. If I just be more clear, mine have one, beach have one, desert have one, winter have one, city have one, racer glacier have one, but you still don't have 1 kilometer track for Cape Town, for countryside, for savannah, for a canyon area, over spill ring, right, Gloomvale patchwork, and backwater bug and mountain forest. They don't have any 1 kilometer track. So right there, if you add 1 kilometer track to all these area, you have a couple of a track that can be really fun to do at the beginning right there.
No.
And I also have
sorry,
I'm
go.
gonna make this quickly, but I have a little minor bugs that need to be fixed. You know, when they're doing an upgrade, they're saying and the minor bugs that was fixed. I still have some that haven't been fixed yet, so just gonna pass through them real quick. The empty fuel boost doesn't work when you're in reverse. I don't know if you realize that. Huh?
No, I've never tried it.
I'm doing some couple of adventure map now, and if I just pass the fuel tank and I have the empty fuel boost in, and I want to reverse a hill, doesn't work. Work just when you go forward. So
Well,
that
the fume boost is on the back of the vehicle, so if it was to work, it would push you forwards.
that's the reason you think?
I think so.
Possibly.
So it would be fighting against each other.
You're on the fume. You go forward or back. You're on the fume. That doesn't. That should be on until you run out of gas. That's my
But
point.
the boost goes forwards.
I want it to work both ways.
If you think of
I
the
can see both
Lego
sides
Hill
of that.
Climb Adventures, if you think of the Lego Hill Climb Adventures, you get to choose of what side of the vehicle you put your boosts, and they're directional. So you need to be careful.
They call it fume boost. So you're on the fume.
If you put the fume boost on the front of the car, it slows you down every time you do it.
Okay. Yeah. I still want it to work around the reverse.
What he's saying, Pete, is you might be right, but he thinks you're wrong.
Yep.
When you're on a team event and you don't have any tickets available, you can't see the track. You can't even go and look at the player, what their vehicle they're using, what are their time, and you just can't even. I want to be able to go through the track even if I'm not gonna do the track because I don't have any tickets, but I want to see the score. I want to see what the people are using as vehicle. I want to see their time. So that's when I want them to fix that. The kilometer that doesn't count when you're doing
quickly on that. I've also got another solution for that. If you don't have any free tickets, but you do have some purple tickets, you can spend a purple ticket, go through all the leaderboards of each track, but not play them. if you keep skipping, you don't end up spending your ticket. So that's a way to see the leaderboards. Yeah, the ticket goes back into your account.
I was 2 years old when I learned that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, nice little tip for you.
Having a checkpoint on adventure map, and also the fact that they don't give us that much reward after a level 37 chess on the adventure chess
Weekly
when you're doing the
kilometers.
blue adventure chess.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
So and if we stay in the adventure part, if I want to see someone, for example, at beach, and I go to vehicle, like just the overbike, I want to see what they're doing. I cannot see what part. There's no video. There's no replay. They're just give me overbike and the meters and the guy who did it. But that's all. I have to go to the top and scroll back to see where's the first overbike dude or whatever. So if they can put the video, at least put the part. How did they equip their vehicle to have that? And the scrapper need to be upgraded. I know we talk about this a lot of time, but the scrapper need to be at least 1,000 gray part, so we can improve a little bit. And for the last thing, I have an iPad, and I play also on my cell phone. My cell phone is an Android. My iPad is a Apple, of course, and I have the same offer in the boutique at $24.99, and on my Android it's $29.99. The same offer. I don't understand that either. That's the minor bugs that need to be fixed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
Mose.
hang on before we go. So the scrapper needs to be adjusted, so then you can get a maximum of 8 hours of scrap time. So then when you do watch an ad, you're watching an ad to get rid of 8 hours. So 200 200 scrap is only like 2 hours. But if you could fill the scrapper to 8 hours block and then use the ad to watch 8 hours worth of scrapping, then that would make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. That's where I was going.
Mose, do you remember the question?
Yeah, anything I'd change? Is that the general gist?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would add a player search function. So you know how you can search for teams. I'd like to be able to search for players. That I know that might be kind of hard because people use the same names. Like I'm sure there's about 3,000 various in the game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so maybe we'd have to implement like a unique username for everyone, like other games do. So there'd be one Vereshak, there'd be one Boko, there'd be one Monavictor, there'd be one Mose, etc., etc. But just so you could, find people, and then maybe allow people to have a description on their driver's license, like teams have a description. They could add something there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you could put your Discord name on there. That would be
Yeah,
interesting.
I just think it would be quite
I
user
would
friendly.
really like to see on the driver's license a date of birth. So the date that you started the game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be very cool to
Yes.
see. And that would also be a way to find hackers. Because if they've only been playing for, 2 weeks and they've got 8,000 GP, that's just not possible.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. There's another part from David, and it's just for JayHay. And he says, since winter is coming for Canada, can you explain? I'm going to mess this up terribly. Tire sur la neige to our lovely podcast hosts.
Yes, of course. We that's called tire sur la neige. It's neige means snow. So you know, do you guys know how we make maple syrup?
No.
From
No.
maple trees.
No.
They
You get the syrup from the maple tree.
so they drill a hole in the maple tree and they collect the water of the tree. That water is sweet, and they boil it. So they reduce the water in the and you end up with the maple syrup. But if you keep boiling it, the maple is gonna be thicker and thicker and thicker. The syrup is gonna be thicker, thicker and thicker, and you will end up with a kind of a caramel, more like texture instead of a syrup that's more liquid. And that's what we call tea. And that's, if I can translate it in English, it's more like a caramel texture. And we put that on snow because it's really hot. And we put that on snow when we go to la cabane à sucre, and with a popsicle stick, we roll it on it, and you can taste it, and it's a mix of hot and cold, and the taste is really more sweeter than the syrup itself because it's being reduced to a thick caramel of maple sugar. And when my wife was at the hospital, we can buy some little bucket of that, and she put that with her to eat at the hospital after she gave birth. It's a real something really sweet. That's an amazing product to have.
Very cool.
Oh, very nice. Very
Thank
nice
you.
indeed.
Yeah.
Does sound delicious.
It is
Like a chocolate cone from the cinema, but it's with maple syrup. Yeah.
It's the taste of the maple syrup, but the texture is thicker and the taste is a lot sweeter. It's the extreme part of maple syrup. You can't get any sweeter than that. After that, you're just burning the whole thing.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is that my question then?
I believe so. I believe it is.
Yes.
All right. This is a question from RT from Empire One. So sticking with the zombie apocalypse. I'll start. Sticking with the zombie apocalypse theme, what 3 Empire players would you grab first to take with you? Not for the game, because who cares at that point, but for your ride or dies.
Who's answering?
Mose, what about you first?
Yeah. Okay. I would probably take RT straight away because he as you probably guessed when he was on this podcast, he doesn't take much shit. He would bash a zombie first, ask questions later. So yeah, I feel quite protected with RT. And he's quite well travelled as well. I know he flies around the country and the world quite a lot, so he probably know the areas better than other people. The best hiding spots or stuff like that. I would take Speedy EJ, fellow leader on E2. Not for a reason you may think. I would purely take him because he's got a really bad back. Hope you're hanging in there, okay, Speedy. But my thinking is, if it comes on top and we're a bit stuck, we're getting chased by zombies, I can outrun Speedy with his bad back.
Oh my god!
Here I was thinking that you would help him survive, but no, he's just bait.
Sorry, Speedy. It's a zombie apocalypse, you know.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Speedy.
that is.
But I'm bringing RT for the safety. He's the protection, so it's his job to protect Speedy. That's my get out of jail free card there. So an RT, Speedy, and I'd need some fun. I need some vibes. Who would bring the vibes? The vibes. Maybe I'm thinking Cody the alien. He's quite a good. He does like a meme, young Cody. Yeah, I'd probably take Cody with me as well. He's quite a good fun, laid back, chilled guy. He's in Empire 1. We go way back to the Legion days as well. So yeah, RT, Speedy, and Cody.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool. And what about you, JayHay?
I'm gonna go with Mose first because he was the first guy to help me when I joined Empire. So I think we could do a good team. And a couple of days ago, I learned that Pro J is 220 pounds. So he's a kind of a big guy. So I want him. I want him in my team. And on our team, there's a guy whose name is so funny. His name is You Lose Again, and he's always on top of the chart. And when you see who is this guy, and you see You Lose Again, that's making me laugh every time. And I just learned recently he's not even on Discord, and he's just playing on his cell phone, and he's so good. I cannot believe how good he is. So, in my opinion, he's a badass, and I want him in my team against the zombies. So, Mose, Pro J, and You Lose Again, so I can say that to zombies.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And RT's also asked another question: how do you relax outside of the game? Which you've already answered. But the last question he's asked is, what do you like least about Empire?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked it.
Damn you. I think being in leadership, you see every side of teams and people's personalities and their gameplay. So with anything, there's good and there's bad things. So the least fun thing about Empire is seeing the bad things as well. Seeing people try and cheat and hack the game. Seeing people take the game too seriously and argue with each other. We've all got lives outside of the game. Leave it for X, formerly Twitter. And yeah, that's probably what I dislike most about Empire, really. But that's the same with every team. But I think because Empire is such a big team, you see you've got more mathematical chance of seeing the worst of people, really, because there's so many people in Empire. Yeah, you do get the oddball, shall we say, that you have to deal with and try and weed out.
Yeah, fair enough. And you, JayHay?
For real, I've joined a couple of months ago, and everything has just been positive for me. If I speak on my behalf, everything's great. I have nothing I don't like. Everyone's great. Everything's great.
Oh, cool. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
JR?
The next question is from Celestino, which kind of been asked already.
Yes.
But his question was, why did you join Empire and what do you like about Empire? So I think we should move to Ollie's question.
Yes.
This is for Mose. Yeah, this is for Mose. What keeps you playing in Empire even though you are never able to experience being on the top team? Does being in the second team for all these years not demotivated you?
Oh dear. That's a good funny question. I feel like he's having a little dig there in a fun, jokey way, but knowing Ollie, he's being deadly serious. He wouldn't mean anything by it. What keeps me motivated? I think I touched on it earlier a little bit. Just about how much work has gone into building the team and building the relationships and making sure it all works, going through the ups and the downs. And knowing that every team is so important to the whole team. There's probably at least a dozen players in Empire 1 that have come through the ranks, whether that be before the merge or during just Empire. I know Pickles has started at the very bottom in Empire 7 and worked his way up. He's now a leader of Empire 1. So he came through E2. If there wasn't an E2, if we weren't there to lead it, same for E3, YouTube, E5, E6, and E7, then we probably wouldn't have a stronger team as we do have today. So that's what keeps me motivated, knowing that the next person that walks through the door could be a future Empire 1 leader. So and carries on the legacy. So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated.
Very cool.
Yes. And the next question is for JayHay. You joined Empire 2 to 3 months ago. Why have you decided to stay with us? What is it about Empire that makes you want to keep playing there?
I like to talk about the game. I like to have information about the game. And when you seek that, Empire is a really rich place to be. The Discord channel is full of people passionate about the game. Just imagine if you are I don't know, you're a rugby fan, you're a football fan, a basketball fan, but nobody speaks about what you love. You love basketball, nobody speaks about basketball. And you find a place that there's 3,000 people all talking about basketball. That's something cool. That's you. My like I said, I talk a lot about the game with my coworkers, and they have download the game because maybe I'm too passionate about it, but they'll download the game, and after each dinner, I run out of the cafeteria, run with them. Look at my score. Look what I've done. What have you did? And my coworker the other day was having trouble with a wheelie track. Give me your phone. I'm gonna do that wheelie for you. And he saw how I was handling the racing truck. He saw how I was handling it, and he realized how straight the truck had to be. He was leaning too forward, and that's the kind of thing you found when you're people. When you're surrounded by people who are passionate about the game. So Empire gave me that the number of people that I need to improve and to just to talk about the game and exchange and have fun with it.
I like that. It's really nice. And Pete, you are up for a question.
All right. This one is from ProJ. You guys might know ProJ. This one's for JayHay. How long did you think about it before making the jump to Empire?
It was a couple of weeks. That part was a hard part for me because I really love the team I was before. I was with them for about, what can I say, maybe 5 years. I was with them all of French Canadian. They were really good. I'm still on their Discord server. I'm still with them. I'm still chatting with them. I really love those 16 guys. I really love them. And it was. I remember when I sent my ID to the Discord server. I was at work and what am I doing? Am I doing something I will regret or whatever? And the guy, when I on the chat, it was I post a little note like I really love all the time I've been with you guys, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try myself in CC with Empire. So good luck to you and bye. And all the message after. They were shocked. They were sad, and they took screenshot of all the comments and they sent me those screenshots back to just to show me how they cared about me, and if I want to come back, I'm welcome to come back. So that was really heart warming for me. But for real, I think I made the right choice because I'm a much better player now, and I enjoy it really, really more. I couldn't think I was able to make it first of Canada in Community Showcase without Empire, without the team, without Pro J, and everyone around. So I've made the right decision. I know at the end of the day, but taking that decision was hard for me. I didn't do it on just like that in a matter of seconds. I've talked about it when we were still. I remember when we were still in Division 1. That was we made it the entire season, and we were still in Division 1. There was a team event with Wheelie, and I was there was a ghost in my team. The guy was using Afterburner in the wheelie event, and I was like, "What are you doing with your Afterburner in the wheelie event? With all the video I post, with all the thing I showed you, what is wrong with you?" So that's an example, but that's the kind of thing I'm never gonna see in Empire 2. Just to make my thing clear. So I know I've made the right decision, but just to make the move, it was it was not easy to make.
Just touching on the Afterburner usage, I've seen people using Afterburner on a no fuel track.
No, no, just leave the team right there.
Yes. And those sort of people, they're not on Discord, they don't chat, so you can't tell them. Mose, he would like to know, who is your favorite character from the royal family and why? And notice he said character, not person.
Yeah, I did see this in the server. I think he thinks they're just make believe. They're just a family from The Simpsons. But no, they are very real. And if you would like me to answer the question seriously, it would probably be. I think it's Princess George. She's a bit of a character when they're all meant to be standing very prim and proper, watching a marching band go past. He's doing something he shouldn't be, like wiping his nose on his mom's dress or something. Something daft and silly or pulling faces. Yeah, I think he's gonna grow up into a bit of a cheeky chap. So yeah, he would be my favourite character from the royal family.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Eva, you're up.
This is a question from Smart Idiot from Empire 1. Who do you think is the most skilled player in Empire?
Yeah, I think previously you said it was a no-brainer. I was just intrigued to see who you thought it was before I gave my answer.
I reserve my right to not answer that until you answer
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this person has one wheel.
Oh,
I was thinking of someone else.
Oh, maybe not so much of a no-brainer.
Oh, maybe.
Interesting. Okay, I'll go for it. I think Mono Victor is with us at the moment. Crazy good player.
Yep.
But he doesn't always come first. Obviously, Vereshak is a top player. Then you've got quite constant stalwarts of the team: Jaxie, Pickles, Ollie, Missio, Schizo, Anastakos, Mose, Mr. Lucky, Sean. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people that could. Anyone that finishes top, I think, is in with the shout. But yeah, Mono Victor or Vereshak, I think, probably the best for obvious reasons.
Yep. What about you, JayHay?
Yes, of course. Mono Victor is no-brainer. Virachak's no-brainer. Roger always talk to me about Jaxi, about his low GP versus his score is tremendous. He's like, I can't believe this guy is that good. But I still have to give a shout out to my friend Yuluz again, with no Discord and a cell phone, being on top of the time. I think he's a really good skill player too.
Okay. Well, in saying that, my thoughts were Vereshak, because I look at this like a professional player, or say like I've dabbled with photography over many years, right? And the description that someone says they're a professional photographer varies on who you ask what that means. And to me, the term professional photographer or professional HCR2 player or good HCR2 player comes back to the same thing. They can do what they need to when they're called upon, right? So a professional photographer is the guy who or the girl who turns up when it's raining and shoots when everybody says it's too hard, it's too wet, too this, too that. They go home. The professional photographer wakes up with a headache and goes to the event, shoots with a headache because he's professional, right? That's his job. That's what they do. And the same could be said about people like Vereshak and probably Monovictor as well. That if they come into the team event, they look at the scores and they go, "Oh crap, I need to do 42k." Okay, no problems. They set themselves 42k
Yeah.
and they do it. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
So that's where I look at the good players, the great players, the skilled players, because they're able to do what they need to do when it's needed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Day in, day out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, someone says, "Oh, but he's not always, they're not always on the podium." Well, the teams at 37k and 3,700 cup points, and you don't need another 7 people on the podium. So, there's no point in doing all that extra work
Yeah.
just to push someone off the podium who's probably never been there before. That's part of a good leader as well. They see that there are people on the podium who, have never been on the podium possibly, and they go, "Well, I could beat that." And that's the thing. I
Yeah.
could beat that, not I will beat that. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Nah,
can fully agree with that. It's a great point. Nah.
Bugger off, Pete.
nah.
Ian. Go back to your
But
beard.
yeah, I was thinking Mono Victor
Okay.
because he's obviously really really highly skilled, and he chooses to do things differently sometimes just to see what else is available for a strategy.
Yep. Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
But
fair
then on
enough.
the other hand, Vereshak, he gets his videos out within sometimes minutes of a new event.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
one of
pretty
the
much.
first to race the events, and he sets a pretty good score straight away. So
Yep. No, indeed. Indeed. JR, your question?
Yes, these questions are from Devastator. Thank you so much for your questions, Dev. And these are two questions for Mose. First question: you are a senior leader and a huge asset to the biggest team in HCR2 history. Do you ever feel like this impacts your personal life?
yes, yes, it can do. It has in the past. I remember back in the day when we were reset. I think this was before Empire actually, but it's pretty relevant. We were reset as a team, I think, on Legion or Global Legion, one of the two. And it was kind of panic stations. We need to keep as many players as possible, get them into a shell that was clean as well. And you kind of seem to focus in on that, and then you kind of come up for air and realise that you've missed something in real life. Whether it be as something like a program, or you were doing a job, or you might be late for work now. or you missed a meeting or something like that. It can happen. You do get the eye roll moments sometimes, but the beauty now is there's that many leaders and moderators in Empire that if somebody has got something on, if they're going on holiday, or they don't feel very well, or they just want a break. There's two
Yeah.
people who will quite happily step up and say, "I'll cover you, no problem. I'll do those responsibilities for the week." So yeah, it can sometimes, but have a nice big team and kind of weighs the work out between you all. Many cooks make light work is the phrase, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
spread the load.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And this, yeah, he has a second question. And he said, Universe and Supreme just merged to create a super team. Empire faced them in the first match and won. Does that make you feel giddy as a European schoolgirl listening to the Beatles for the first time?
This might sound bad. You should have confidence in your team, but I kind of expected a new super team with such hype around them to come in and kind of dominate. They didn't win that first match, but good luck to them. Rome wasn't built in a day, and they've got a lot of good players, so I'm sure they're going to carry on. They don't need my luck, but they'll do well and keep up that competitiveness with everyone. The game has got boring in the past when there's just been one team dominating. So power to everyone that merges and strives to wins the season. Good luck to you and carry on. But at the moment, I think we're still on top. Empire One is still on top. So yeah.
Yes, very cool. And I will continue with this question for JayHay. What is the biggest achievement you want to make in this game, in game or server?
It feels strange to tell this here, but my big dream in a couple months, maybe a year or two, I would like to have a French podcast on the game. That's something I would love to have.
Nice. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Would
think
you
there's
get
a lot
the-
of.
Would you get us as a guest on your French podcast?
Yes, of course. Of course, I can get you a translator, maybe. But there's a lot of people who speak French who play the game, and maybe I'm having a real fun time doing it. So why not?
Yeah, cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Pete, next question.
Yes, this question is from R. Diddy. Question for both guests. Do you crack your knuckles? Mose first.
No, but my knees crack when I walk.
And do you walk while playing the game? Is the question then?
Sometimes, maybe that's why I'm not in E1.
Gotta play using your peripheral vision.
I'm not that good, but maybe one day. Yeah.
How about you, JayHay? Do you crack your knuckles?
Of course, before I run my tickets, I crack my knuckles, of course.
Oh, wow. Do you guys do that as well?
No.
Crack my knuckles?
No.
Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to do one now for you?
Go on.
I'll see if you can hear it. Can you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like you're clicking.
Yeah.
Well,
That's just my cracky knuckliness.
Are you cracking your knuckles through the beard, or is it?
It was through the beard, yeah.
It was through the beard.
Oh.
Okay.
And my knees crunch and grind when I walk too, especially upstairs. Yep.
It's like chalk on a blackboard.
Oh, it's the best thing, isn't it?
All right.
Next question is, what was your favorite gaming console and game from back in the day? I love this question.
Mine would probably be the original Xbox. with Halo. I used to play Halo quite a lot, sat in my friend's front room. And it was where you had the split screen, so you could just glance to the other side of the screen and see where he was on the map. And he would do the
Yeah.
same, and you kind of meet in the middle. So we had plenty of fights over that. But yeah, the original Xbox, it was such a huge console as well. Physically, it was massive. But yeah, that was the console of my childhood.
Yeah, nice. And JayHay?
Of course, I've started playing with the Nintendo in Duck Hunt, but after that, I cannot pass my PlayStation 3 with the Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, just to name those. I've spent hours and hours playing my PlayStation 3. Even Grand Theft Auto 5 have been launched on PlayStation 3, so that's my favorite console.
Mm.
I also want to extend this to the hosts.
Yeah.
What
I
was
We call those consoles back in the day. We call those back in the day.
do you remember that little handheld device that you'd play Tetris on?
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. No, but that's not a console.
But anyway, that's what we had back in the day.
How
I
about you,
didn't.
Eva?
My first console wasn't even a
Mm.
console. It was a Commodore 64.
I need to
I
look
was
it
going to
up.
joke and
Is
say
that?
that, but
It was a Commodore 64, and my favorite game was a game called Impossible Mission.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, Impossible Mission. So it was a multi-level game. There was a bit of you had to solve some puzzles and rearrange some stuff, but also run through rooms and jump over robots and stuff. And it was quite a complex game. So there was a lot to it. There was both hand-eye coordination and being able to solve these riddles and stuff like this. And it was just a really great game. I loved it. And the Commodore 64 was just so simple.
hmm And my gaming console from my childhood was a PlayStation 1, and the game was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Oh,
or
yeah.
Oh yes.
Dave Mira or Mira BMX.
Oh, ouais.
They were both really good games. Yeah. Who's next? We got Eva
I've got
next.
Eva. I've got so this is the last question from Kiwi, who's on Empire 2. This is just for JayHay. Between all of your kids, ProJay's kids, and Goon's kids, are you three trying to make a hockey team?
Hi, Kiwi. Yes, we are. We are going to to do a good hockey team.
Excellent,
And
excellent.
how about you come
How,
and play with us?
how many kids in a hockey team?
My oldest daughter is 7 years old now. And she's not playing hockey at all. That's just for the laugh. No, I have no kids playing hockey, and my son is 2 weeks old, so I'm gonna give him a little break.
How many players for a hockey team, though?
I think it's like 20 if you want to make a real hockey team, because each line is three attackants, 2 defensive. It's five on the ice every time, 6 with the goaler. So at least 20 people to be on a hockey team.
So you need more
You're
kids.
almost there.
You need more kids. No, definitely. So JR,
Yes,
it's
Eva.
that time. It's that time.
It's the time.
It's that time.
Since this is season 3, we made a new version of the Never Have I Ever quiz. So new season, new leaderboard on the quiz winners.
Oh
Is
yes.
everyone ready? Okay,
Now,
so
hang
like,
on, before we
yeah.
start, I've
Uh-huh.
already I've already set up the spreadsheet, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I've actually got 5 columns in the spreadsheet.
Oh. Okay.
So we're all answering, but we're going to answer in the order of Jay,
Yeah.
Mose, me, JR, and Pete, in that order.
I'll
Okay.
go last.
Okay.
Yeah, Pete's last, JR second last, and JayHay you're first.
Good.
All right,
Hang on.
JR,
Okay.
after you.
So the first question is, have you ever run a team event ticket on a live stream? Jay?
No, I don't know how
No.
to do that.
You joined the Discord public server in the
Okay.
Empire server. And most, have you?
I don't think I have. No. They kind
Okay.
of stream at an awkward time for me, so no.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I
And
have.
Eva?
I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, and I have. And Pete,
I have.
you
Yep.
have.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yes, next question. Have you ever made a custom track? Jay?
Yes, I've made one.
Mose?
Oh yes.
I
Eva?
have as well, yes.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone. Pete?
Mine's kind of tricky because I have made a track, but I wasn't able to publish it for some weird reason. It kept on
So,
saying, you need to finish the track before you can publish it.
so that's a
So I
never,
go
I
ahead
think.
and
Yeah.
finish the track, and I try to
Because it,
publish it, and
yeah.
it's still not published. So I
Hmm.
have made one, yes.
You get half a
So,
point.
you have a point?
No, I'm going to say never.
Never.
Okay, we'll go with no.
Yes.
Damn it.
The third question is, has your custom track ever been featured in the community showcase? Jay.
No.
Mose?
No.
Eva?
Never. And obviously never for you two as well.
Never, never.
Hey, I wanted to answer.
Sorry.
That's all
Also,
good.
Pete.
Next question.
Next question. Have you ever spent gems to get the XP multiplier in the shop? Jay?
Oh yeah. Yes, a lot. Yes.
A lot. Mose?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Eva?
Yes, I have as well.
I have as well. Pete?
Yes.
Okay.
That's yes
Next
for everybody.
question. Question number 5. Have you ever spent 4,000 gems and purchased a legendary chest for XP? Jay?
No, I haven't. No.
Mose?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Yeah. Accidentally,
Um,
may I add? But yeah.
Eva?
I have.
I have never. I would never. Pete?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I don't really want to spend 4,000 gems and get rid of my whole collection in one go.
That's a lot.
Right? With 9,000 gems left for me, I feel broke. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend that. Next question. Next question. Have you spent real money in the game, Jay?
Yes.
Mose?
Yes.
Eva?
Yes, I have.
And me too, I have. Pete?
No.
Yes, not. See? And the winner speak. No,
An-
I'm just kidding.
Another point.
Yeah. Next question. Have you completed masteries for all current vehicles with mastery? These are 8 vehicles. J.
Yes, I have.
Mose?
Not a chance. Not in 10 lifetimes. let alone this one.
Eva,
Yes, I have, but only on my main.
but still you have.
I have,
Okay.
yes.
Yes. Me, no. My mastery is all over the place. Pete?
No, not even
No.
close.
Mm. Okay, next question. Have you ever thought of giving up playing the game, Jay?
Yes.
Mose?
Yeah.
Eva?
Yes.
JR, yes. Pete?
No. I've thought about what would I do if I was to give it up, but I don't think I'll just sit in the corner and twiddle my thumbs.
Well, and you may as well be playing a game if you're doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
I know.
Have you ever used a prefix in your name to announce what team you are in? Jay?
Yes, I have the E of Empire at the end of my name.
Mose?
Yeah, same as Jay. I've got E at the end of my name.
Eva?
My name in the game is OzNZ Eva, so yes.
Me? I have never. Woohoo! I have never done that. Pete?
Ah.
And me, yes.
Yes. Okay, number
My
10
name
question.
is also OzNZ Pete.
Yes. Next question. Have you ever created the content for a YouTube channel? Jay?
No, I haven't.
Mose?
Not my own, but I have had my clips, pardon me, featured in the Empire. Excuse me, the Empire videos on Vereshak's server, if that counts. But I've not made any for my own channel.
Mm,
I think
No
that is a
idea.
yes.
that's
I
a
think that's a
yes.
yes.
That's a yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Eva?
have for this channel.
Obviously.
Yes.
So yes for me too. And Pete?
No. Yes, of course I have. And I don't know if everybody is aware, but we have an OzNZ movie that I put some content towards, and you can access that in the OzNZ server if you want to watch it.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah. And next question. Have you ever met another HCR2 teammate or player in real life? Jay?
Yes, all my coworkers
Oh,
have met them.
yeah. Yeah. Most, have you?
Yes, I have a real life friend that plays the game as well. A lot more casually than I do, but he does play. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Eva, of
I've never
course.
met Pete. I've never met Pete before.
You will have fun when you meet Pete. And me, yes, I have met Maury in real life. And
Yeah, that
Pete?
was very cool.
I know I've never met either either, so
Oh, jeez.
we'll call that a yes for both.
Yeah, I think it's a yes for both. I mean, considering we've met Maury and Goose, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's enough.
And the last question, have you ever done a face reveal on any Discord server, Jay?
Yes, I've done it now, yes.
I'm not counting this server.
Not on this one, but on the other, on Pro J server.
Okay, yeah, so you have. Most, have you?
Yes, in the Empire server. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Eva?
Yes, I have.
And I have. And Pete?
Yep.
I have several emojis, so yes.
Oh,
Now I'm curious about the scores.
yeah. Now, well, of the two guests, Mose has had 3 nevers. And JayHay's had 4 nevers. So congratulations to Mose. You are the new winner of the Never Have I Ever Hill Climb Racing 2 version 3
Ooh.
quiz.
Good job, man.
With three nevers. But
T-shirt in the post.
no. There's
Oh.
there's all of our love and devotion coming across
even
the
better.
coming across the airwaves to you. Now,
Brilliant.
Pete, you got 6 nevers, which is pretty good, and JR, you got 5 nevers, and I got 1.
Oh.
What's your never answer? Which one?
I've never had a custom track being featured in a
Oh,
community
yeah.
showcase. Everything else was a
Hmm.
yes. Was this written for me?
I don't know, but this is yeah.
Oh, jeez. No, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. All right. Well, yeah, we don't actually give out any prizes other than just having a laugh at ourselves and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
So, thanks for being a part of the Never Have I Ever, and thanks to JR for the new questions and Pete as well. I saw Pete helped with a couple of those as well. So, that kind of gets us to the end of the podcast. I suppose at this end of the podcast, I wanted to personally say thanks to Mose and to JayHay for your stories. It was great to have JayHay back in his own episode, so then we could get a bit more content from him, and also get a better understanding of him, and thank him again for his translation services. No, Mose, it was great to have you on the podcast. Thanks for spending so much time with us, and I've really enjoyed listening to your story as well. It was, as much as it was very similar to Ollie's, it was also a little bit different as well. So it's great to hear from you, Pete.
Thank you guys for coming, and it's been a pleasure talking to you for almost 3 hours. Time has absolutely flown by. Yeah, awesome to get to know you. And Jack Rabbit.
Yes, thank you so much, of course, to JayHay for coming back and Most for spending time with us. I love your stories. I love everything you shared. Thank you to all our community members from the Ozency server for the questions. Thank you to all the members of the Empire server for all your questions. And before we go, would you like to give any shout outs to anyone out there? Jay, you can go first.
Yes, a big shout out to my ancient team, to Proj, to my friend Goon, to Rejuvenated, to Use Again, Speedy, everyone on Empire 2. I love all of you guys, and it's been a great time on the podcast. Thank you all.
Yes. And Moose.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Jay for inviting me on with him and sharing his podcast. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And thanks to the hosts for having me. Thank you for doing the podcasts. I haven't listened to every single one, but I do know that I've always got one to fall back on if I get a chance. They are really good listens. You have some interesting people on, and there's still a ton of interesting people out there, I think. So hopefully, well, I presume you'll have them on at some point. And shout out to everybody in Empire. Keep doing as well as you are. Thanks to all the leaders from the top to the bottom, the likes of Bry, Joe, Swim, Silk, people that really keep the gears going at the bottom in the lower teams. And yeah, shout out to everyone. Keep playing the game and make it competitive.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah,
thank you so
very
much. Eva?
Yeah, so I suppose we're at the end of the first episode of season 3. Thanks for listening, and if you are still listening at this end of a very relatively lengthy podcast, that means you've enjoyed what you've listened to, and we would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to our podcast, and also to give us some comments of what you want to hear next and who you want to hear on and all that sort of stuff. We're always looking for new guests. So we call it throwing people under the bus. Let us know who you think should be thrown under the bus. They can join us under here and have a bit of a laugh with us while we chat about the game and everything else. So from me, thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the work that JR and Pete put in behind the scenes. Thanks to our guests, JayHay and Mose, for coming on. Thanks for all the listeners to listening. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely, lovely couple of weeks. We'll hear from you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.